Hi, I'm Kathy Van Gilder, and welcome back to the series, Is Your Pet Reading Your Mind?, where we are exploring the energetic bond between humans and pets. And this is episode 2, where we're talking about pets as our energetic mirrors. Have you ever noticed how animals can reflect back a similar behavior or personality that their human has? So if you see an anxious dog, a lot of times we'll see an anxious human who's bonded with that dog. Or if we've got an animal who is really outgoing and loving and loves to be around people, a lot of times we can see an animal who is bonded to a human who is the same exact way. So how does that work? How does that happen? Well, the animals, like we talked about earlier, they are telepathic. So not only do they pick up on our energy and our words and our communication and what's going on for us, they absorb that energy and they can mirror that straight back to us. It can be things that we really like about ourselves, and sometimes it's things that we don't like about ourselves. So it's this mirror that helps us to see what's going on for us. How are we putting ourselves out into the world? So if your dog is acting really calm one day, and it's out of the ordinary maybe, and they're acting especially calm, notice what's going on with you. Are you having a particularly calm and happy day, and your animal is reflecting that back? Or are you really anxious and you're noticing that your animal is feeling unsettled, just looks a little depressed, or maybe upset about something? It's that same thing. They're feeling that energy, absorbing it, and mirroring it back to you. Sometimes we can have a really, really stressed out house, a lot of anxiety in a stressed out house, and we have an animal who's peeing or going poop in the house. It can happen. And that's just the animal's way of showing us about, hey, the energy's not so great here. We've got to work on that and transform that a bit. In a recent animal communication session I did, I talked with a woman and her dog, and she was concerned because she had gone to a family get together and her dog seemed to not be acting like himself. He growled a bit at people, which is very unlike him, and he just seemed off. So when I connected with this dog, he said, well, my human didn't like the energy there at this place, and my human wasn't feeling comfortable and felt a little bit unprotected and anxious. And so I was feeling that and reflecting it back to her. And our animals always reflect the truth. And as human beings, it can be really difficult for us to be aware of our feelings and what's going on for us energetically, because we just haven't been taught to connect that, and we live so often in our minds. And so our animals, that's one of their roles that they are in our lives for, is to really show us about that. The animals really reflect and show us the truth of how we're really feeling, so we can be smiling on the outside and looking like we feel great and everything is great, but on the inside we're sad. Our animals know that, and not only are they going to help us try to feel better, but oftentimes they're going to reflect how we feel on the outer and the way that we can see it. So, they paint that picture and they are animated about it, and then they express to show us what's going on for us. So, in the next episode, we are going to be covering pets as healers. And if you want to learn more about animals and their hidden messages and how they express these messages that they're trying to get to us about how we're feeling and what they want us to know, you can check out my course, Are You Listening? Fido Has a Message for You.